Let's take a look at some of the newest mock drafts out there. The Senior Bowl is in the books. The Super Bowl is over, so it is draft season. Let's go. Bucky Brooks, NFL.com. His first mock draft of the year is out, and he has the Giants selecting Gregory Rousseau, the pass rusher out of the University of Miami. He sat out this year, but if you go back to his 2019 season, over 15 sacks, long, athletic, has all the tools you want out of a pass rusher. So Giant fans might be thinking, well, why Rousseau? Well, this is going to be the trick. Who's going to be available for the Giants when they select at 11th overall? Well, according to his draft board, Kyle Pitts off the board, Jamar Chase off the board, Jalen Waddle off the board. Both top cornerbacks, Caleb Farley, Patrick Surtain, they're off the board. He does give the Giants Rousseau over Devonta Smith, which I'm sure might get Giant fans a little bit upset. But his argument there is that Rousseau has all the physical characteristics you want out of a defensive end, while Devonta Smith a little bit light for a wide receiver. All right, let's head on to our next mock draft. Josh Edwards and Ryan Wilson from CBS Sports, they stick with an edge rusher. They go with Kwity Paye, a defensive end out of the University of Michigan. Now, just 2 sacks this year, but it's important to note, Michigan and he played in only 4 games. So a very small amount of snaps for him this year. He's a bigger defensive end, 270 pounds, which could fit as a versatile piece in Patrick Graham's multiple 3-4, 4-3 system depending on the play. So that's another one of the top pass rushers in this draft to keep an eye on at the top of the board. Then you go to Nate Davis from USA Today. Well, he attacks the offensive line. He goes Rashawn Slater out of Northwestern. Why is Slater attractive? Well, he's a very versatile offensive lineman. Some people think he can play all 5 offensive line positions. Now, he was a tackle at Northwestern. He was one of the players that sat out the 2020 season, but you go back to 2019, one of the top left tackles and offensive tackles in college football. So if they draft him, they could use him at different spots depending where they need him to help secure that offensive line in front of Daniel Jones. The final player and mock draft we'll talk about today is the one by Mike Renner over at Pro Football Focus. He has the Giants taking Patrick Surtain out of the University of Alabama. Now, the Giants were rotating cornerbacks across from James Bradbury all year in 2020. Well, this would be the answer for the Giants' second cornerback. He's a guy that maybe not the most sudden, that's going to play a ton of press and mirrored wide receivers, but he's big, he's strong, he anticipates, and he has that perfect type of skill set you want from a team that plays a lot of zone and a lot of off coverage like the New York Football Giants. Plays the ball well, and of course, his father had a very long and successful career in the National Football League. So those are some of the new names. Of course, there are other mock drafts that are out there with guys like Jalen Waddle and Kyle Pitts and Devonta Smith. We talked about those last time. But these are some of the other names to keep an eye on as Giant fans anticipate what they might do with the 11th overall pick in the 2021 draft.